Welcome back, everybody, to another Build for More interview. So today we have a very special guest, Austin McCoo. Thank you, Austin, for taking the time out of your busy day to sit with us and talk about content, talk about Trybe is one of the things we're going to be talking about today. So I'm very happy, excited to have this discussion.
Very excited. Thank you so much for having me, you guys. I mean, I've been watching you for the past year. I've been an Amazon influencer myself, just watching videos, watching all the interviews you guys have, talking to Ash behind the scene. Timo, I've seen your videos like for years now. I mean, you guys are killing it over on Amazon, and I'm one of those people that watch your YouTube channel. I don't say anything. I don't comment. I just sit there and watch. I'm just like, what are they saying? What tips can they give me? What can I use? Like you guys talking about repurposing content over. Okay, we're moving on to TikTok. I always follow you guys. So it's really cool to be able to get here in front of you guys and talk to you, especially with Trybe. I think Trybe is a amazing opportunity right now from the Amazon influencer space, the TikTok shop space. I know we're going to open up a little bit more into it, but I just want to say Trybe right now, if you're not on the platform, you are losing money. It's completely free. And that's the best part about this program. There is no barrier to entry. There is no 5,000 followers like TikTok shop. There's no 1,000 followers for the TikTok shop pilot program. In Amazon, you need the entire platform with the social media following. Your literal grandmother can download this app and start making money same week. That's why I love Trybe, because of the low barrier to entry. And it's essentially UGC, but it's more of like a product review. It's like Amazon, but essentially a little bit more structured to catch the viewer's attention. So I'm excited to dive into it.
Perfect. Yeah, oh, wait, Ash, I didn't do the intro. I'm sorry. My name is Timo.
And I'm Ashley. And if you like this video and you find it helpful, be sure to like and subscribe.
Yes, hit the like and subscribe button. So anyway, we'll get right into it. We'll just dive right into it. So we'll talk about Trybe. But first, I want to talk about a little bit about your background. Like, what kind of got you into content? When did you start getting into because I know you do Amazon, and then what eventually led you, and we'll segue into that, like to get into like the TikTok and to get into Trybe ultimately. So if you don't mind sharing just a quick little backstory of
Yeah, so it started early days, right around like COVID-19, back when everyone got stuck inside the house. I was someone that was building Instagram accounts. I would start an Instagram account, and I had motivational accounts where I would take these big popular fitness influencers and I would put like a motivational sound behind it. And I would scale the account from like 0 followers to like 50K followers in like 2 weeks. And the thing is, Instagram paid, but it wasn't much money. I was making like $200, $300 every like month or so from it, but I would have 5 or 6 accounts. At the time, I was only a sophomore in high school, which is crazy. You guys looking at me, you're like, this guy's a kid. What is he talking about? That's my thing. That's where I stand out. I've been doing this for so long. I got into the Amazon influencer program early days, before Creator Connections was even a thing, before Halo Sales, we even knew that existed. I got into the program whenever, I kid you guys not, like you could put a video up and there was like no competition that you were making like, literally I was making like 20K months, like with like 20 videos. It was insane. I was the first Xbox One video, the first PlayStation 5 video. I just scaled and just went crazy with Amazon. But something about me that you guys may learn about, you guys may already hear me in my other videos, there's this thing that went around. It was about 2 years into the program. I scaled up very high. I was having almost like 30, 40K months in the Amazon influencer program. But I did find a little caveat in the program. I will say, I mean, I'll take the blame on it. But I figured out, hey, there are high ticket products over on Amazon, and it was the mattresses. And that led me down this huge spiral rabbit. And there's this thread on Reddit. You guys can literally search it up. Go on Reddit for the Amazon influencer program and
Reddit
search
police.
Up the mattress guy.
Shout out to the Reddit police.
Yeah.
Hey, first of all, Reddit, we want no problems. Build for more. We got you. We want no problems. We're on your side.
No,
right?
I love it. It's a great program. I'm glad they have it. I mean, it's informational, but I got called out because I found a little caveat in the program where essentially I was going to Airbnbs. Before you guys had the Airbnb method, I would go to Airbnbs. I would record lots of mattresses, and I'm talking lots of them, probably hundreds of videos. And I took up every spot on the carousel for mattress. So every single mattress product page there was, I was on it. Mattress is a very high ticket product. You guys know at the time it was 4% commission. I was making probably at least $20,000, $30,000 a month in Amazon influencer program, and I had 3 accounts running at the same time. So I'm not gonna say I was taking advantage, but I saw a caveat. It worked for a while, and essentially, hey, somebody caught on. They said, hey, this is the mattress guy. We need him off the program. I got the biggest ban wave that I've ever seen in the program. My comment had almost at least like 700 comments on it. I was like, this is insane. They came for me this bad. So that was my story in the program of getting on Amazon. Since then, I still have an Amazon influencer account. I don't do the same thing, but I ended up scaling. I got over 15,000 reviews over on Amazon. It was great. But the thing what happened with Amazon was once I saw the commission start to drop away whenever they started cutting rates, I mean, this was recently, like 6 or 7 months ago, I ended up losing one of my biggest accounts. And it wasn't due to the fact I was doing anything wrong. I just got a random flag. I got a violation. I tried to appeal it. I couldn't get it appealed. And that was my big account that was making me almost $17,000 a month. But at the same time, that's when they cut rates completely. And I was just like, well, I mean, this is giving me a way to switch out. I've been doing TikTok for early days, back when TikTok was probably, I mean, there was a difference. There was a side for TikTok shop, and then there was a side for the For You page. That's whenever I started on TikTok. So you put a video up and it just went absolutely crazy. I've been doing it since then. I've done over $1 million in GMV since then. But the thing is with TikTok, earnings drop. It's just, I call it platform fatigue, just like with Amazon. I mean, Amazon's still a great program. So much money to be made on there, but platform fatigue happens because so many creators come onto the platform. It gets saturated and just, there's a lot of different ways to essentially make money that kind of just gets overlooked. So happened with TikTok, and now I'm over on Trybe. Trybe right now, like I told you guys at the very beginning, is probably one of the greatest opportunities due to the fact that, number one, these brands are well-known brands. These are not new. Some of these are new brands that are just coming out, dropshipping brands, but some of these brands are brick and mortar brands that are in Walmart, Target, HEB, and you guys as creators can promote these brands and be the face. And the thing is, there is no barrier to entry. Like, you don't need a follower. You can go on your app store. It's on iPhone. It's on Android. Search up Trybe and literally download this app. And I mean, yeah, it's a little hard to start getting brands up front if you guys are new to UGC, but if you have a UGC background, use that to your advantage. And I love it. I mean, I've been doing social media for a while, but this opportunity for Trybe has just absolutely blown up. I was one of the first creators that got into this. I actually got invited by GU Skincare. They're a Korean skincare brand. I was one of the first 20 creators over on Trybe. My first day on this app, I made $415. And whenever I saw that, I was like, okay, I need to take this serious. I need to dive into it. And it just went crazy. Since the day that I started, it's just been insane.
So let's talk about that. Let's backtrack just a little bit, just for the viewers that don't know what Trybe is, because there's a lot of people who've never heard of it. So can you pinpoint the difference between an Amazon influencer account doing video reviews to a TikTok shop affiliate account to a Trybe? So that way the viewers know, because we have a mixture of like just different people. So maybe you could just kind of break down really quick what the difference is between the three.
So whenever you're doing an Amazon influencer video, you're doing a product review. Like, for example, this Bloom drink, you're kind of just talking about it. You're talking about the benefits, what you like about it. I almost say when I'm making an Amazon video, I'm on FaceTime talking to somebody why I like the product. The videos are sometimes like a minute, 2 minutes long. And essentially you guys are just solving a problem and saying what you like about it. These are horizontal style videos, a little bit longer. They don't really have structure. Like, you don't really have a hook or anything like that. You're essentially just giving a product review of why you like the product. Now with TikTok, essentially it's a little bit different style. These are vertical videos over on TikTok, not so much horizontal. And you have to have a structure. You have to have a body, a hook, and a CTA. The reason why the hook is so important is because everyone's brain cells are destroyed. And now in today's age, that you have to be able to catch their attention and stop them from scrolling. You literally have 2.1 seconds when someone's scrolling through their reels to catch their attention. Amazon, you don't have to do that, because the thing is, these people are already ready to buy. If they're looking at Bloom, they don't need to really be influenced. They just want to be hooked over the edge. They already are on the page ready to buy the product. On TikTok, someone just got done watching a cat meme or watching their favorite person chop up vegetables, and then they come across your video. How can you give them a solution to the pain they're already going through? And the thing is, Trybe takes the best of those worlds, because it's almost like you get the persona from the Amazon influencer program, showing yourself as a person, but you get that quick salesy pitch over on TikTok, and you put them together. And you just kind of work with so many brands. So that's the differences between the two. I think Trybe is like the best of both worlds when it comes to both platforms, though.
So I mean, as a TikTok shop affiliate, I hear this conversation a lot. Trybe, I'll start doing Trybe. I'm going to go over to Trybe, or repurpose your content to Trybe. So how does Trybe work out as a platform, right? We kind of know how Amazon works. We know how TikTok works. You upload the video to TikTok, you tag the product, and then you get the GMV max, pushes out your video, and any sale you generate, you get commission. So how does Trybe work specifically?
Yeah, so Trybe is completely meta-based. So essentially, let's say if you are repurposing your content, you already have a video, for example, Clean Nutra. Everyone knows the brand called Clean Nutra. You have a video over on TikTok. You are repurposing over. The first thing you have to do is get accepted onto the brand. You're going to go through and you're going to request. It's not like TikTok where you have the product. You can just essentially make the video and then just start promoting it. You have to request to work with that brand. Once you're then accepted, you can then request samples or upload your video. Instead of having to rely on a platform like GMV Max or the algorithm pushing your video out, you're making one dedicated video, sending it to the brand, and then that brand's going to put their own ad budget behind your video. It's going to get ran over on Instagram and Facebook. They're also rolling out to Snapchat at the moment, but primarily just those two platforms. So it's a little bit different from the aspect of having to rely on the algorithm. You're essentially just relying on how much spin is this brand going to put behind my one video. And that's why it performs so well, because if you have a winner, unlike TikTok, your video dies off after a couple of days or a week or so, your video doesn't stop over here. If the ROAS are there, the click-through rate's there, they're going to keep pushing that video. So that's essentially how the platform works to get on.
Because that's one of the things I noticed about TikTok. I had multiple viral videos in the last couple months, like over 1 million, over 2 million, 3 million. And they do. Like, you have one run for like a day, maybe a day and a half at most. And then it's just like, it just dies, and maybe it'll pick up here and there over the course of like the next month. But it's true. I mean, to your point. And so with Trybe, essentially, it's like the brand putting money behind the video. If that video is converting and generating money for the brand based on like how much money they're spending, then it just continues and continues until it dies out. Or the brand brand like pull the plug and say, okay, you know what, we're done here?
No, and the thing is, almost like a slow burn. So essentially, the brand's going to put their own ad budget behind it. But the way Meta Ads works, it's still almost like GMV. Once you get that one GMV Max, once you get that one sale, Meta has an AI system that says, okay, this brand's doing well. Let's give it a little bit more spin. Let's see, can it convert with this spin here? If it does, it gets even more spin. And I've seen this as myself, and I also want to speak on this on the call. I'm also a brand owner over on Trybe. So I get to run the actual ads and see creators and how they're doing. Once you make that one sale, it takes a little bit to get that spin going, but once you make it, you're going to get pushed to a whole nother group. You're going to say, okay, can you convert with this group? If you can, you're going to keep getting pushed out. And the brand's going to essentially give you more and more spin in your individual campaign. Unlike TikTok, where everyone's categorized in one big group, you have your own individual campaigns with that brand. So you have one Trybe campaign. If there's 100 creators, each creator has their own campaign with their own allocated budget. So
it's
yeah,
not like the GMV Max where like it's rotating, like you have your own spend allocated. So where do the people, so like I'm on Meta, if I'm scrolling, lately I've been seeing a lot of like Bill, because I just requested to work with Bill on there, right? Still waiting. But, and I see the creators that I see on TikTok, I see them on Facebook or Meta. So essentially, I, the viewer, see a video for like a shirt by Bill, the Bill brand, and I click on it to shop. Is going to take me not to a Meta marketplace. It takes you directly to the brand's website.
Correct. And the best part is these brands, they already have these landing pages built out. Like, for example, I'm going back to Clean Nutra. Clean Nutra has like over 100 products, but they have dedicated landing pages for that product. So whenever I'm promoting this macaroon product, I'm going to get that little link at the bottom of the screen, just like TikTok Shop at the bottom left. You click on it, you're going directly to that landing page. You're not going to some Meta landing page. It literally looks like the Clean Nutra landing page for that product, and the brand's already has their conversion rates going. They know exactly how to drive the ads and sales. That's the best part. You don't do anything. You literally so hands off. You make the video, they run it. And there also is two different ways. I want to speak on this as well. There is whitelisted ads and there are branded ads. The difference between the two, a whitelisted ad essentially says that you as the creator are partnered with this brand and they're running your ad as your content. The other aspect is branded content, wherever you're not, your face isn't anywhere on there, your account isn't on there. It's your face is showing up on the brand's ads. That's it, like the branded account. I personally make sure every brand that I'm working with, I have whitelisted ads on. And the reason for that is because you get a much better conversion rate. Because someone that's scrolling through and looking for something like NeuroGum or comfort shoes or whatever it is, like it may be whatever. They're looking for, okay, how does this creator resemble me as a person? I'm not looking for this big multi-million-dollar company that looks nothing like me, that has these celebrities that have these crazy bodies. I want someone that looks just like me. I want someone that resonates, that talks like me, that kind of sounds just like me. It converts so much better. And then they can click on your product and your page and see you as a person, just like TikTok Shop. You team, whenever you're creating your videos for your shirt and someone resembles the same body size as you, okay, this guy looks like me. I see the size that he's wearing. I'm going to trust this guy more. I don't even know him, but I can trust him more because he resembles me as a person. Based off someone that's on a brand page with a big brand logo and stuff, it doesn't convert as well as being on a whitelisted ad.
That's interesting because, okay, so Ash, first of all, you want to say anything, Ash? We're just talking over.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so with the whitelisting, so is it where like you have your what is it called when you kind of combine your account with the brand?
Correct.
Called
Partnership ads. Yeah.
So I just got it. As a matter of fact, today, because so what happened was I was going on Trybe and trying to see what brands I can work with. Right, there's been a lot of brands since I last checked, and I do men's fashion on TikTok. So naturally, I want to do fashion. Now, a lot of the brands that I requested to work with, I'm sure they got a lot of requests. But this one brand in particular is a compression shear brand, and I've never worked with them in the past. But I had a conversation with them through my Instagram account because they wanted to work out some kind of deal last month. They didn't carry on with that deal, but I saw that they were on Trybe. So I go back and I message them. I say, "Hey, I just requested to be your creator or work with you on Trybe. Can you approve it?" And right then and there, they approved it. I requested samples. They sent the samples like same day, shipped from their website directly to me. And then I had the option to connect my account. I don't know what you call it, connect the account, my Mexican dad account to theirs. So when they run ads, it shows exactly like you said, it shows up as the Mexican dad. It doesn't show up as Shape or Love. I mean, it can, but it did say like videos convert better when it's the person's account or the
Yep. Sure
influencer or the
does.
creator's account.
And also want to
Right.
clarify and add on that people sometimes get scared whenever I say that because I do also have a community. They say, "Oh, I don't want my ad to be posted on my page." This is not going on like your posts or your reels. Like you can't even find once you scroll away from this video,
Yeah,
you
you
can't
can't
find
find
that
it.
video again. It's just essentially saying you as a creator are partnered with this brand, and then they're just running it through your feed. It will get pushed to a couple of your followers, but most of the time, it's a whole new cold audience that is for just that brand. So I just want to also clarify that as well. But partnership
Interesting.
ads perform so much better than branded ads.
So let me ask you this now that since we have you on here. So since I've requested, since I'm working with the brand now, I should get the samples in tomorrow. And so what's the strategy now? Is it just lean into the content that I know converts on TikTok and just create new ads like that?
Yeah.
See
So
what the competition is doing? Because I've seen some of the content for like some of the other creators on Tribe for that same product. So I guess my question is like, how should I approach this? Should I approach it like a TikTok or should I approach it a little differently? Like, what do you think?
So a couple things with that. Something that I've realized a lot of people that come from that TikTok shop background, they're like, hey, volume, 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 which is good from the standpoint of Trybe. But what happens is Meta has this thing called a duplicate content flag. If you make the same exact content in the same space, wearing the same shirt, saying the same exact script, your ads aren't going to get pushed out. You're going to get a literal duplicate content on your ad, and maybe only one out of like 10 are going to get pushed out. So one thing I always tell creators is, hey, make 5 videos max for that like 2 or 3 day span. See if they accept it. Because that's something that a lot of creators are running into. Number one is getting accepted by those brands. And number two is my content going to get accepted? Like sometimes your content kind of just sits there for a little bit. Or are they going to actually accept my content? So you want to make sure this brand going to be able to communicate with me and then accept it. Now, from the standpoint of getting inspiration from other videos, start off first doing your own content that's already working on TikTok. I mean, you already have really good conversion rates. There's no reason why to reinvent the wheel over there. Go ahead and take what's already worked. But if you don't see those conversion rates, if your link clicks don't look good, if your CTR, which is your how well people are actually converting and buying the product, doesn't look too good, look at the top formats and see, okay, what is the top video doing that I can take inspiration of, use his hook, and then give my own body on it. So that's what I always do with these brands. I take inspiration, but I also add my own twist to it.
Interesting.
I have a
Yeah, because
question now.
go ahead, Ash. Go ahead.
Okay, so, well, first I want to say the one thing that I loved about Trybe was how easy it was for me to navigate. Like I felt like I didn't really actually you gave me a tutorial that helped a lot. But
It is easy
it,
though, super
it's
easy.
super easy. Like you just put is it 5 videos still of your
Yeah,
own
5 videos. Yep.
examples? You just put it up there, connect your Instagram account or your TikTok account or whatever, and then you're ready to go. Like you're ready to start. And it's just a push of a button to get the samples and to be able to work with the brands. You're just pushing a button and then it's kind of like a waiting game. So yeah, I really like that part. But what's like, how do you get around it if you're like pumping out a bunch of content for these sellers and then they're not running the ads on your video, but then they now own the rights to your videos that you worked hard to make? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's why I'm big on not submitting too much content. If it's a
Okay.
brand that you're working with long term, and that's really the name of Trybe. At the beginning, you're going to be requesting so many brands. Like I tell creators, if you're only requesting 5 or 6 brands the first day you're joining, you're probably not going to get accepted by any. You need to be requesting at least 20, 30,
Yeah.
40. It does not hurt you to request a lot of brands. Where it hurts you is to get a lot of samples because as you guys know from TikTok, you get in sample jail, but also your sample score drops. So request as many brands as you possibly can. But the thing is, if I start working a new brand, I don't make more than 5 videos. I don't care if they're communicating or responding. I want to see, okay, are you going to accept my video? Are you going to run my videos? And how much spin are you going to put behind those videos? If those 3 things follow through, yeah, I'll start making more content. I'm going to ask like, hey, I made some conversions. I got some formats behind. Can I also get on a retainer? That's where the name of Trybe is. You want to only have 3 to 4 brands. There's over 8,000 brands in this platform right now, but I only work with 4 brands right now because I'm on a retainer. They hold weekly calls. They value as creator and hop on one-on-one calls just like we're doing face-to-face. And those are the brands that you want to work with. The brands where essentially they give you a creator brief and a sample and say, good luck. That's not a brand you want to work with because they're not going to communicate and give you guys essentially tips on how to scale as a creator.
Okay, so
Interesting.
you know your area on the Trybe app where you see all of the brands that have accepted you because you requested to so many. So that is like filled on yours, but you're really only working with like 4.
Correct. I'm
Okay,
actually
that
partnering
makes
with
more sense.
172 brands right now. But it does not hurt you. My sample
Okay.
score is like 80%. If you guys get out there and you're working with a lot of brands, you request a whole bunch. As a brand owner, I can see that. And if you go to request, like you guys click request to join a brand, and I look at your sample score and it says 12%, I'm going to do a hard reject because I can't trust that you're going to make a video for my product, let alone I can't trust that you're going to resonate with my product because you have so many samples already sitting out somewhere else.
Now you
So,
can buy the product, right? You can just buy it and then just
Oh
right.
yeah. Oh yeah. It's actually better to I recommend getting a free sample because it's free. But if a product's ready to go and they're like, hey, we're pushing a lot of ads behind the content, order on Amazon. You get the fast 1-day shipping. I mean, you got the product on hand because shipping for most of these brands is like 7 to 10 business days. We get the luxury on Amazon to getting that quick and fast shipping, but most brands is like standard shipping. That's like 7 days.
yeah, so my sample score is cooked because I messed up. Well, I didn't really mess up. I feel like the sellers messed up, but whatever. It's just that they would say, "Okay, your brand is on the your sample is on the way," and then it was like a month later that like 3 of these samples came, and by that time I had already decided to step away from Trybe and focus on something else. And so my sample score it does look really bad right now. I should probably fix that.
You're in luck. Trybe's a completely different ballgame. You have a 120-day window to get the videos up. Unlike TikTok, where you have a 14-day window. So as
Yeah.
long as you get those videos up, and I'm pretty sure, what is that, 6 months? I don't even know. What is that, 5 months? So you're fine. As long as you get a video, your sample score drops the second that the brand actually accepts your sample request. So it's not whenever you receive the product, it's whenever they accept it. So you have a 120-day window to get that video up. As soon as you put it up, your sample score goes back up.
When they accept the sample, meaning they accept to send it to me.
Correct. Over on
So
Trybe.
what
Yeah, you get the
about the
little green check
brands
mark.
that accepted to send it to me and then they never sent it?
Yeah, I mean, that's sadly how it is. Your sample score will have to drop. The best way I would say to go around it, I've told creators, just make a B-roll video just to get that sample score up. But also that goes to tell you that's not a brand you want to work with. But just to
Okay,
keep your sample score up, just make a B-roll content. Just go on their website, make a quick video and just put it up there just to get your sample score back up again.
gotcha.
So
Okay.
you're a brand on Trybe. What do you? I'm a creator. What are you looking for me as a creator? Like if I hit that request button, like what are you looking for specifically, or like certain things you're looking for? Like generally speaking, amongst brands that they look for, before they like decide to, we'll just accept this creator or accept their video. Like what are you
Yeah.
looking for?
Well, one important thing that people look over is on your profile, there's a spot where it asks you what categories do you guys want to promote. There are so many creators that have like 80 categories on there. I have 3 categories. My brand is a very niche brand that I promote. It's tactical earbuds. It's called Ravine. If anyone watching wants to hop on, I know you guys have one person that was like really big into guns. I forgot his name. He'd be a perfect person. But essentially, I'm looking to see what kind of content do you create.
Yeah.
It's for hunters, shooters, and also blue collar workers. If your content is talking about, picking flowers in a garden or being a stay-at-home mom, no offense against you, but that's just not the type of person we're looking for our brand. So we're going to reject your application because that's just not what we're looking for. If you, for example, Timo, like you're great with clothes, but if, for example, you're trying to promote some baby products or some supplements, you have nothing to show for that. So essentially, you're going to do very well in whatever you have in your 5 video category. And that's why it's so important to diversify your 5 videos. And if you don't know what I'm talking about watching this, your first 5 videos are essentially on your profile. It showcases who are you as a creator, what kind of products you promote, what are your video concepts. You guys make talking head, green screen, B-roll content. What type of creator are you? Because if your videos, if it's you talking about your kids in the living room playing with a toy, that's not what the brand wants to see. They want to see how will you resonate as a creator as my product. And that's why Trybe does so well, because it's more of like a persona-based app. Like, I'm going to resonate with my group a lot better than someone else is. So definitely recommend making sure your 5 videos is very niche.
It's very niched. Interesting.
I need to change out my 5 videos then, huh? Because I need to put the
if you're doing
videos.
shoes,
For shoes.
Yeah, you want to put all shoes, all your TikTok videos you have for shoes, make sure those are up. But I'll say diversify. Don't only put faceless videos. Have some of your faces on there. So that way the brand can see, okay, she's also a talking head creator. Sometimes she does B-roll content. But if you only want to do shoes, only I will put that on there.
Okay.
Interesting. Yeah. So Amazon videos. I know there's talk about repurposing your content from now. If there was brands that I work with on Trybe, so far I haven't seen it. I could be wrong. It's encouraged to take that video if it performed well and then just move it over to Trybe, work with the brand like that, get started. Now, have you seen any success? Because I know a lot of people watching this are Amazon influencers that do vertical videos, right? Is it encouraged, or do you recommend that take an Amazon video and then just move, like a review video, and just move it over to Trybe?
I have been seeing a lot of creators coming from Amazon that have been joining my community that are Amazon creators. But what I'm noticing, they're still uploading the vertical or the horizontal videos. Horizontal videos do not work over on Meta. If you're going to make those videos, you're going to have to take that horizontal and chop it into a 9:16 video. It's going to cut parts off the video, but I have actually seen success. I go back to Clean Neutral because it's one of my top brands right now. I'm making the most money off of them, and I have retainer deals with them. I took the cayenne pepper droppers over on Amazon Influencer Program. I made like 40 videos, and I was on top of the carousel. I took some of my videos, chopped them into a 9:16. The video is like a 2-minute video. I didn't upload a 2-minute. I kind of cut it into different spots, and I ended up making 3 sales off of it. So a video that I made over on Amazon 2 years ago, I was able to repurpose and make money over on Trybe. And I just thought that was insane. The fact that I'm repurposing content that I made years ago over here. So I have seen success repurposing videos. I don't know how well that does work from the standpoint of Amazon, because it's kind of hard to find what brands are over here. But one thing I will say, creator of Oink, Rob, I want to give props to him. I've actually spoken to him back and forth. I created my own extension over on Trybe. I took some inspiration over what Rob already has, but I do have a repurpose tool that literally scans your entire TikTok page and sees what brands have I already promoted on TikTok that are over on Trybe. And you literally can just press the button, just like we have it over on Oink that scans your whole storefront. Same thing over on TikTok. It scans to see, okay, is this product actually over on Trybe? If so, you're going to have to request to work with the brand and get accepted first. Once you get accepted, click download, repurpose the videos. That's it. You don't even have to do any extra work. I'm working on it over on Amazon. Amazon's a little bit harder, just the API system is a little harder, but I have found a way to crack into the TikTok side of things, be able to see if videos are acceptable over there to repurpose over.
Now, do you think that, kind of like what I did, if you have a direct contact with the brand, maybe you're working with them on TikTok, I just so happened to have a conversation with this brand on Instagram a month ago. So when I saw them on Trybe, I was like, oh, well, let me just request, and now just send them a DM, and then like instantly they're okay, yeah, we'll go accept you, and they accepted me, sending me. So do you encourage people to do that? Like, if you're already working with the brand, or maybe you have an email or contact info, just say, hey.
I recommend 2 spots. So I recommend messaging them on Instagram, and I have my phone over here. A lot of creators never use this, but if you go on Trybe and you search up a brand, if you go to the Discovered Brand tab, every single brand has a little chat button right there up top. No one ever uses this. I don't know why people don't use this, but you can click on this little chat button and send them a message. Like, this goes directly to their actual Trybe chat. Just copy and paste the message you're going to send over on Instagram, over on Trybe. Every single brand has a Trybe chat, and they're going to check it, because the thing is, as a brand owner, our response time drops if we don't respond to messages. So they're going to see that, and I don't know why creators never take advantage of that. So if you're trying to request a brand and they haven't responded back, send them a message, follow up, say, hey, I requested your brand. I've made samples and videos over on TikTok. I would love to work with your brand. Go from there. So
cool.
Definitely use it.
I didn't know that was there. I'm looking at it.
They just added it. They just added it about 3 weeks ago.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, the interface is so easy, bro. That's one of the things I really like.
It is. It is. They're always adding things like, for example, yesterday they added the dark theme where you guys can make the dark aspect of the format. But
Thanks,
yeah, there you go. It's been great. They're always adding updates, and you always have to keep in mind it's new. Just like TikTok Shop and Amazon, it was the Wild West back when Creator Connections first came out. You're making money everywhere in Halo sales. They had to make changes. Right now, that's why it's so crazy to get on because there is no limitations. I mean, right now, just to give you guys perspective, I'm about to have my first 40K month in this program because of the fact that I can work with so many brands. There are over 8,000 brands on this platform, but only 2,300 brands are public. That means there are 6,000 brands where you have to get an invite-only invitation to work with them. One of the biggest brands, Dr. Malexin, everyone knows that brand, the skincare brand, that's invite only. You can't just get on this brand, request to work with them. They're not even on there. So you won't even see their name to request. You have to get a link
That's
over
what
on TikTok.
Lexa's doing. That's what Lexa's doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a whole nother level right there. Hold up, let's back. You said 40 bands from Trybe.
40 vans.
Commission.
Yeah. That's everything. That's commissions. That's from retainers. And that's also from managing a brand as well.
Damn, got me thinking. But see,
Yeah.
this is so like this is why I wanted to have this conversation about Trybe, right? And I think we talked about this, and I talk about this a lot. Like for us, when we started Amazon, it was like Amazon is like the end all be all, or like that's what I'm gonna and get this television and it's just AIP, 6 slots on the carousel, repurpose Canada, UK, and it's just AIP, right? There's really no diversification there. And as you know, platform risk is a real thing, no matter what the platform is. When you're diversified across other platforms, still risky, but now you have multiple streams coming in, which is I'm a big proponent of, and I always encourage people to look at opportunities outside of the Amazon Influence program. As great as it is, and as great as much money as we're all going to make on there is still opportunities, on these other platforms like a TikTok, like the success that I'm having in the short amount of time I'm over there, the success that you had, the success that Ashley's about to have as soon as she gets a viral video with her shoes.
Right.
But now we have, platforms like Trybe, where it's a whole nother platform, a similar concept, but it's just a different model because it's working with Meta, But one of the things I'm curious to know about is how does a retainer look like on Trybe specifically?
So Trybe actually introduced something that's I've never seen before. You guys know regular retainers, they call them standard retainers. Essentially, you guys get a bonus for making content you're already going to make. Like, for example, if you get a $1,000 retainer for 30 videos, that's essentially saying, hey, I'm going to give you $1,000 for the 30 videos you were already going to make for my brand. Everyone knows those retainers. You get them on TikTok. Everyone knows those. Trybe introduced a thing called a smart retainer, and I absolutely love the idea of it. The way smart retainers work, it's almost like a top up. Let's say, for example, you guys are going to get a $1,500 retainer for 30 videos. In that 1 month span, as long as you submit and get your 30 videos approved, if you only make $750, the brand's going to top you up and give you the rest. So guaranteed, you're going to make that $1,500 no matter what, as long as you get your videos approved. I love the aspect of smart retainers because the goal is to beat them. You don't want to stay in the smart retainer. Most brands that I work with, they start you on a tier system. For example, there's a big brand called High Strips. High Strips gives you a $1,500 retainer for 60 videos. The goal is to make more than $1,500. That then move you up to $2,750 for 60 videos. If you beat that $2,750, then you get moved up to $7,500 for 90 videos. And then no one's making really $7,500 with one brand. I mean, some people are, they definitely are, but most people aren't making that. You'll probably make $5,000. The brand's then going to top you up and give you the rest of the $2,500 as long as you got those videos approved. And that's where smart retainers it comes in, it's insane. You stack those between brands, you get a $7,500, a $5,000, a $3,000, a $2,000. There's your 10, 15K months right there off of just retainers, not even including commissions. So smart retainers are definitely the way to go. And Trybe is the only platform that I've seen that has been able to just dial in this concept.
This is crazy. This is crazy because, like, as you know, we're getting into the busiest time of the year, right? And just yesterday, I was kind of sat down and I was thinking about the different ways I can just squeeze every single penny out of my content, like not just on Amazon, not just TikTok. And then I just happened to, land this or get accepted with this brand on Trybe, and I'm just like, man, like they're just so going into Q4. There's just multiple different ways that you can like squeeze every penny out of creating content. I'm excited. Like I'm fired up. I'm ready to just get this back. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, I do want to touch on something, and you brought this up. As creators, none of our goals is to stay a UGC creator for 10, 20 years. Yes, the money is great in this space, but that's not our goal. We have to be able to excel from this, just like the Amazon Influencer Program. There is other platforms, but I'm telling you guys, me, myself, starting on Amazon, going to TikTok to Trybe, I cracked the code and I figured out, okay, how can I get into the agency side? How can I essentially get creators to make money for me? And that's where you guys need to be at. Timo, Ashley, both of you guys, like the way that the money that's here is way more you can make in creator commissions, like just promoting videos, because essentially you get your like little arsenal creators, you teach them how to make the content, they go work for brands. You only get paid if they make money. But the thing is, these are creators you have already taught, and these creators are now going out making $10, $20, $30,000 months, and you're getting a percentage of whatever not their sales, but a percentage added on top of whatever they're making for you. And then you go get on the call with all these different brands. I'm getting on calls every single week with brands saying, hey, I have these creators that would love to work with your brand. Give them an opportunity, send them a sample, get them on a small retainer, go out there and work with them. The agency side of things is so much money, but even bigger than that is the brand owner aspect, where you guys essentially are managing creators, teaching them how to get the winning angles, the winning concepts, the winning scripts, saying, hey, this is what's working. Let's recreate this. This is our competitor. Let's take what they have, but make it better for our brand. And then you guys get a percentage of whatever the sales volume is. Like, for example, I work with a brand, they do over $10 million a month in revenue. I take 2.5% of all the sales volume over on Trybe. That's where the game is. You get out the creator side of things, you guys get one to three brands you're actually working with as a brand owner, you have 100K month. We get away from the 10, 20, 30K months, putting all this work and effort into making 30, 40, 100 videos a month. And now you only manage creators, and you get to sit back and have that passive income coming in without lifting a finger, because you just essentially just watch all these creators, teach them what to do. So I want to lean on that aspect, because no one wants to say UGC creator forever. No one wants to do that. I mean, if you do, that's good, but that shouldn't be your goal. It should be to climb this ladder, just like almost if you guys were in a 9-to-5 corporate ladder. How can you get higher in this ranking system? And I can tell you guys, the next level is agency, brand, like a brand owner, and then it's media buyer. Media buyer is a person that runs all the ads over on Meta. You get a huge percentage, because the thing is, if you can drive that brand more money, you get so much money. If they give you $1 million to run, say, hey, go run our ads for $1 million, and you can 3-4 times X that ROAS, they're going to pay you the money. And these media buyers for these brands over on Trybe are making crazy money. So I just wanted to share that UGC content is like very surface level. There are so many ways to go. So I don't want you guys getting stuck in one spot like the Amazon program, repurposing over to other countries. There's money to be made there. There's so much more.
right, and it's funny you mentioned that, because as one of the things I've really been thinking about hard lately, right? It's do I want to pump out 15 TikTok videos a day every single day? Absolutely not. Is the money good? Yes. Now, is it refining my skill as a creating ads? Absolutely. But I've been always one to always have this long term vision, exactly what my business or what my life is going to look like based on like what I want to do. And it's funny you mentioned that, because one of the ideas, or one of the things I've been really thinking about lately, is having a brand. I know what sells in the big and tall space. I know how to create ads around that, as you know, some of the success I've seen. So one of the things I was kind of thinking about is kind of leaning into that a little bit more and creating a fashion brand, call it,
Yeah.
for a certain demographic, for a certain group of people, because I already know what that person wants and what style they like. So this is very early on, but it's funny you mentioned that, because that's one of the things that I've been really thinking about this last couple of days, like having that long-term vision, right? It's not about, like you mentioned, just creating the videos, creating the Amazon reviews, the TikToks, like even the Trybe videos, right? The money's
Correct.
amazing, for what we do, but having that long-term vision, right? The long-term goal, like what is it? And you touch on agency, you touch on, creating a brand and having affiliates, kind of like what we're doing, like on TikTok or even with Trybe, like you're renting a skill to these brands, right? Your skill of creating short form content. Well, you could take that skill and then you can create your own brand, essentially, and you can leverage that, show others how to do it, and then now you have affiliates who are pushing it forward. But I mean, to your point, that's a phenomenal concept, and I think everyone should, really think about long term what exactly they want to do. But for
I
right
will
now,
also I
the
want to
money's
add
good.
on to that point. If you have a brand, I don't care if your brand only doing $10,000 in revenue right now, you're watching this, you literally lose nothing from getting on Trybe. You don't pay a single fee up front to get on. It's completely free. You only pay $1 whenever you make a sale. Trybe takes 1.5% of your sales volume whenever you guys make a sale. And then if you're working with an agency, they take a percentage and then you pay your creators out. It does not hurt you to get on this platform. If anything, it helps you, because think about this. The perspective why brands do so well, you get all of this free content from these creators. You can get 100 creators to work with your brand. You get 20, 30 videos, and you can test them. Figure out, okay, what works, what doesn't work, what's going to scale our ROAS, what's a winning video. You don't have to pay a single dollar until you make a sale, and that's already money that you're making from their videos to pay them back out. And that's why I think Trybe, from a creator perspective, but also a brand perspective, is one of the greatest opportunities, because there is literally no barrier to entry.
I see that.
As a brand owner, you can download the Trybe app, click on sign up as a brand, put your brand information, put your Shopify information on there, put it on there. Creators can then request, you send them samples, you get free videos, and you test content, figure out what works, what doesn't. If it doesn't, stop running it. You don't have to pay them. They're not under a contract. They're not liable to be, paid out. You can get that on retainer deals, but the thing is, figure out what works, and you get now free content to test. These creators can now make money from promoting your brand, but brands are scaling, and it's insane. That's why I'm hopping so many brands to promote, because it's doing so well, man. I've watched this.
So do the brands
scale.
come to you? Do you reach out to them, or do they come to you?
They come to me. I do have the number 3 agency over on Trybe, so I do get a lot of requests to work with brands.
You got Shaper Live on there?
I do not. I wish I do. I wish I did. I don't have any clothing brands. I wish I did.
Okay. Yeah, let me know when you get Bill on there, man. 'Cause I've been trying to. They got some nice clothes, Bill. They got some really nice clothes. I like their jeans and stuff like that, so I would cook with them, but they haven't accepted
now,
me.
I have more of like I have lifestyle and a lot of supplements, and I just got a really big pet brand. But mostly lifestyle products is like my main thing. It's a bigger AOV product ticket price.
You got Jayu, the Korean pads?
Yeah, the GU. I got some over here. Yeah, I got a big box, man.
Man, I just can't promote it. I don't know what to say, but that's a banger product, Ash.
You can say something, man. Dude, I promote this thing. I'm a dude promoting this thing, man. I get on here. I sell it, man. I sell it. I just call people out. That's my thing. My hooks are so strong because I'm going to call you out as a person. Like I always say, for example, this NeuroGum, I don't know how to sell this, but I'm going to tell you, I'm going to say, hey, if you're an avid coffee drinker that's always reaching for their third cup of coffee by 10 a.m. and you're slumped over by 2 p.m., you need this. Not because of all the benefits that it has, like L-theanine, GABA, Extract, and all these things are going to help with your mental clarity and focus, helping you with your 3 kids running around the house calling your name. And then I just give you them really good CTA. I say, hey, this product's on a really good sale right now. They have like 18 different flavors, but they keep selling out. I'm going to do you a favor and leave a link down there. Dude, that's it. That's my sales.
Take some inspiration
I do that
from
for
that.
every video.
That's a really good little ad right there, or script. But so really quick, so you say you have a community. Like, what for someone who's interested in joining your community? I'll link you down here. What can they expect joining your community?
Yeah, the community, I suck at selling. That's my one thing. I suck at selling my community. The community actually started with Ash. I'm going to be honest with you. Ash was like, hey, get out there, make a community, and I'll help you. I'll get people in. Ash actually brought in my first 5 people. And I had told her, I said, hey, I want to have a space where I can be able to talk to people. I was barely charging anything. I think I was charging maybe $10, $19 a month. And I was giving so much value. I had a YouTube channel. I was just teaching people, hey, here's Trybe. This is this opportunity. The problem was that these creators were already doing so well on Amazon that they were like, I love Amazon. I want to move over here. And I was like, I get it, but like this platform is really good. So I tried to get them going. But essentially, I had a video that blew up on YouTube. My title was How to Make Your First $1,000 on Trybe, No BS Guide. And I had a brand that reached out. They gave you a guaranteed retainer, $1,000 a month. It was called Doggy Spout. It was $1,000 for 30 videos, which I have never seen in the online space, where essentially you can make your first $1,000, 30 days, barely any work out there. I put that out there and my community just grew insane. It is now the top 95 community on Skool. We have a 99% retention rate with over 500 creators over there. In the program, I mean, it's a course. I don't like to necessarily say it's a course, but I do teach you step by step. I have a detailed video. You can see my beautiful face teaching you how to make content. I hold your hand. I am a full stack agency. So I teach you guys how to make the content, the scripts, the angles, what's working, how to double down, how to pitch retainers, getting on the one-on-one calls with these brands to make sure you guys are seen and valued. But essentially the main thing is that I am the biggest community for Trybe over on Skool. So I have that place where people can talk. Just like the Amazon space, there's an Oink space, Viral View, a place for creators to be able to just communicate. And I think that's one of the most important things. I do charge $49 a month, but I'm telling you guys, I need to raise the value to like $300 because the things that I give in there are absolutely insane. The extension itself is worth $49 itself. You have a repurpose tool. I know you guys know repurpose.io. I took the entire concept over there. You guys can repurpose your content to every single platform, including Amazon, all in the extension. You guys can essentially run and see what brands are actually running my ads as content, what brands have spend. You can see exactly how much content has been submitted in the past 7 days, repurposing your videos from other platforms back over to Trybe. But I think the most important thing about the entire community, every single Wednesday, I have a founder call. And I get these brands that I'm bringing on. I have the owner of these brands come on these calls, multi-million-dollar owners. And I say, hey, can you just get your face out here in front of these creators to see who is the person that's driving this brand? I want them to be able to ask you questions. I want to hear what's your brand story? How did this product start? Where'd you go from? And I think just that opportunity, because as Amazon influencers, we don't get to talk to the CEOs. TikTok Shop, we don't talk to CEOs. We talk to interns, people that say, hello, dear, all the time. We don't get to see these people. So being able to connect with them is one of the greatest opportunities that I provide for this group. Every Tuesday, there's new onboarding calls, essentially, if you need help getting started. And every Sunday, there's Q&A questions. It's a great place.
It's very helpful. Very helpful. A lot of
I
resources.
think,
Cool.
yeah, so many resources. I mean, it's worth it. It's worth the try. And if you don't like it, I always tell people, if you can't get to 100 videos within your first 60 days of being in the program, I wouldn't even recommend joining. But if you can, you will make at least 10 times what you're actually paying for your membership.
Interesting. Cool.
Yeah. And he doesn't miss a beat either. He answers every single comment. He's always in there, like super, super active. Yeah.
I am.
Cool.
I am very
I'll
active.
be sure to link it down here for those of you guys that are interested in joining his Skool community for Trybe Trybe, so you guys can get the ball rolling, get started, and have some kind of guidance to show you guys. So, but anything else, Ash, that you want to add?
No, no. My big question was really, he answered it. It was about the, like the brands just taking your videos and owning them from there, and you're not getting anything out of it. But it does make sense to just start with the 5 videos. So
And then
thank
go from
you.
there. Cool.
Yeah.
I did want to add one last thing before we get off. If you are doing content creation anywhere, if you're doing one-off gigs on Upwork and Fiverr or Amazon or TikTok, get on Trybe. Like, you should have been on there yesterday. It's free. There is no barrier to entry. It does not hurt you guys. So whenever I see creators, oh, I'm not going to try it, I don't want to do the platform, it doesn't hurt you. Maybe you guys make an extra $10,000 a month. Maybe you make an extra $500. Just try it. It's free. So
You never
I'm
know.
not forcing you.
You never know. I mean, it's a new platform. You might have somebody watching this might go on there, try it, get accepted by a brand, get the video accepted, and next thing you know, this shit takes off, and they're cooking. Just
You
because
know
you
who's
tried.
doing really good over there with pretty minimal effort? Teresa.
Was she? Hi,
Yeah.
Teresa.
Yeah, she's
Shout out to
some
Teresa.
sort of a car cleaner, and
Interesting.
she's making a lot of sales off.
There's a lot of brands. Like, I was just kind of scrolling on it. I just looked at the fashion. I'm just like, oh my goodness, just the fashion alone. There's a whole bunch of brands. But then you get into like some of these,
a lot.
because it wasn't like that. Like when it first started, it was like a very, very few select brands. But now, like, the list is just growing and growing. So I'm excited as it grows and more
It's just
brands.
there's so many platforms. That's why. Like, these brands are like, okay, it's another platform. I don't want to get on another platform. Like, they get scared. But the numbers right now, there are 92 brands coming on every day and 1,300 creators coming on every day. So it's growing.
It's like TikTok Shop out early again. So I'm gonna try to cook over there with this compression shirt brand. I'll circle back and let you guys know how it's going. I should get the product in tomorrow. I'm gonna make 5 videos. Right, that's what we should just make 5 videos, different kind of videos, submit them, and then we'll see how I can do. I'm hoping I can cook on there.
Yeah, and I'll try with the shoes. I need to get a shoe brand to accept my ass, but then I think I can too. I'm gonna go back over there and try again.
Also, get on calls with the brands. I think that's also one of the most important things. Like, being in these brands' back pockets is so important. That's how I get so many retainers. Like, I just get on these calls with these owners, and you would think, why am I, a regular creator, hopping on a call with a multi-billion-dollar busy brand owner? That gets you so many opportunities. And that's where I look in the aspect, okay, if this platform goes down, these brands still need creators and content. So if they go somewhere else, I can still get paid working with them. Create those networking opportunities, save their contacts. I probably have over 300 brand owners' phone numbers. So Trybe goes away, I'm still going to make a $10,000 a month, even if I don't have another platform. So
That is
You don't
true.
cause the
That
brand.
is true. That is true. You know, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna do that. It's important, especially like if they have you in the back pocket. Like, oh, you know, oh, Austin, let's hit up Austin. Oh, just hit up Timo.
Yep.
What, Crocs? Oh yeah, just hit up Ash. With our videos.
Get you a free pair, man.
Hey, dude. Oh yeah, Ash. Send her the new styles.
Hey Dude likes
Yeah,
me.
man.
They recognized me. Yes.
Hey, dude. I like Hey, dude.
Oh,
It's
now
growing on
I
me.
I really need Crocs to recognize me. Or Vans. I mean, I've sold the Vans. They should start recognizing me soon.
Can continue to cook, continue
Yeah.
to post
Yeah.
content. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, thank you, Austin, for taking the time out of your schedule to sit down with us and just talk about Trybe. For those of you guys watching, if you guys want to join this community, I'll be sure to link it down here in the description below. If you guys want to join Trybe, I'll be sure to link it down below so you guys can get started over there. So Ash, anything else before we go? All right. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you guys on the next video.